how PYQs can be used for NEET 2025 or NEET preparation. See, PYQs using how to use it, very important. Like many students are entirely relying on PYQ. That is also not okay. If you will see the thumbnail of today's video YouTube session, 60%, 65% that you can go through PYQs. Especially in physics, 60% should be the byline. Like 60% I want to score, PYQ might help us. But if you want to score 80%, 90%, then you have to go thorough with the entire topic, right? So just PYQ, how to use, but you should not take the topic like only PYQ. We are not doing only PYQ today. We are just doing a session how to use PYQ for physics in the 2025. Now we will start the proceedings here. How to start? See, first point A, that PYQs are giving us one idea. What I'm trying to say. NEET, you're writing 180 question at one time. 180 questions at one time. So every question setters also has got a task there. They have to create question in such a manner that 180 questions can be done in 3 hours. And rest 20 minutes you are getting for bubbling and writing your name or whatever you do, the additional things there. So 3 hours, 180 questions. So question setter are not asking you anything that is not solvable in the 3 hours, that you have to train your mind with. It's not like any question I'm doing the longer derivation and 1 page or 2 page solving, still I'm not getting the answer, means there is something wrong with my calculation. It is not like a question is lengthy. The very rare in 10 years one question will come that will be lengthy. Now also that has to be put in section B. So you understand questions will be very simple, very short like one, but you have to know the precise way to solve it. There are many ways of solving one question. So PYQs will give you what kind of questions, what kind of calculations can be set. So I will suggest you for PYQ, the basis, like on PYQ basis how to go in physics. First, you can prepare the chapter unit dimensions and errors. That chapter you can prepare on the basis of PYQs. You can see what kind of questions, like many questions. Some questions are too tough, some questions are very easy. Any kind of question can be set on these chapters. But again, what we have to prepare and what we have to skip, for that PYQs will help you a lot. Okay, what pattern is there? For example, if I will take some of the pattern for your reference here. See, in NEET, you just open your PYQs and you will see that in routine like 14, 15, 16, 17, in routine wise questions are coming 20, 21, 22. Hardly there is a year where unit dimension errors questions are not coming. So this chapter is mandatory, you have to do, and what you have to do from the chapter, who will tell you? PYQs will tell you. So some of the reference, like in NEET I was saying 2019 to 2024 almost, I am taking reference of 5 years. Every year you will have questions on these chapters. But what to do? From units, right? Units of special quantities. Prepare this. Units of special quantities or improper units. Special quantities means what I am trying to say here. Improper unit also. For example, let's say that I am saying second is unit of. So second is proper unit of time, SI unit of time, we all know that. But second is also used to measure angle. So second become improper unit for angle. Now just imagine NEET is asking you a question ki second is a unit of, or second is an improper unit of angle, then you cannot take time there. Similarly, what is energy, like improper unit, if I will talk about improper unit, you should go with it, right? For example, kg. Now we use kg for mass, but for force also we say kg weight. So kg weight becomes, or kg becomes improper unit in case of forces. So that improper unit can be a very good trap question that we should prepare for. Then like time constant, RC, L by R, these kind of time constant, this resistance, capacitance, inductance, resistance, these combination have the dimension of time or energy density, or like pressure and energy density has same kind of unit and dimensions. So these kind of some special units, not routine, I'm not saying joule, like work, velocity, displacement, force, these are the routine quantities. These unit you already have to know, right? So some special unit you have to prepare. Then in errors you can go in combination of errors or propagation of error also, you can say combination of errors. In this combination of error, when your question is asking you simply error or maximum error, then between, like in subtraction also errors are added, in divisions also relative errors are added. These kind of questions have been repeated in NEET quite a number of times. So you have to go through this combination of error, sometimes like x is equal to a square b cube upon root cd. All these percentages units have errors have been given. Percentage in a, percentage in b, percentage in c. What is percentage in x? There is an NCERT question like this. So this also should be prepared. Combination of error, star mark this. You have to prepare it. NEET will ask you this. There are many questions could be asked from error, but the NEET cannot ask because there is a time boundation of solving question in 1 minute. So you more have to practice combination of error, more have to practice this percentage error calculation and all. And the last, vernier calipers and screw gauge. If you're talking about this topic, vernier caliper and screw gauge, at least count and error writing, like what is the true value, what is the error writing, what is the reading of a wire, diameter reading, these kind of things you should know. Practice well. You know, before 2019 or 18, you can say, before 18, generally questions on vernier caliper and screw gauge, they were coming in JEE, especially JEE mains, or IT also, advanced was also asking. Suddenly a pattern has started in 2018, and 2018, these pattern, these questions, now they are keep coming after that. Like last 22, 23, I think no questions came from that. Again from 24, you have to be like 24, 25 questions might come in 25, 26. So you have to be prepared with vernier caliper and screw gauge. So this can give you 8 marks, this entire discussion, 8 marks, and we are trying to get 100 marks, right? So 8 marks, for 8 marks you can go with unit and dimension. Prepare it well, especially the topic that I have told you to do. Next, second that you prepare, if you will see kinematics, especially on the basis of PYQ. PYQ gives you a very concrete idea what is being asked in kinematics, what could be asked. See, in kinematics, if you will go with average velocity questions, average velocity or average acceleration, got it? Average velocity, average acceleration, like for some path, some distance, some person is moving with V1, then it is moving with V2, then what is the average velocity if this time is same or sometime distance is same? These kind of questions you should prepare. NEET has asked quite a number of times if you will see PYQs. So average velocity, generally we don't prepare for that, right? We prepare for many good questions or complicated questions, but average velocity, average acceleration should be well prepared from the kinematics, that also in 1D, one dimension. You have to be accurate because questions will be easy, but again some kind of trap must be there so that you can do silly mistakes sometimes in units, sometimes in close calculations, so that you have to take care of. Second, in kinematics, if you go further, do prepare graphs in kinematics. These graphs will come straight away. Sometimes you don't have to lift your pen to solve it. Uniform motion or uniform acceleration, or sometimes like acceleration is or retardation is not anything negative acceleration. Retardation means something which is slowing the body. So retardation does not mean negative acceleration. So sometimes question might come on this. For example, if I will take an example of velocity time graph, and this velocity time graph I am drawing like this. If through the slope you will see that is angle greater than 90 degree, it shows negative acceleration. But in the graph, entire graph from O to A is below origin. Below origin velocity is also negative. When acceleration is negative, velocity is negative, they are having the same sign. The same sign means it is acceleration, means speed up or speeding up, you can say, right? It is speeding up, although the sign of acceleration is negative, but it is not retardation. So these kind of question we can do some trap, some trick. It has to be there. No, otherwise, no, everyone will do the questions right that way. But you can do it. You can do it. You should not fall in the trap of question setters. Questions will be easy but tricky. Their job is to confuse you. Your job to not get confused at all. Okay. So these two you can prepare from it. Then one kind of question, and that is I have taken in the third point. All of you must go through it. Mean free path in KTG. That is the, I think, least practiced topic and most asked topic if you go in KTG. That is generally student studies this topic at the last. KTG, last topic, mean free path. We are mainly focusing on the gaseous behavior or gaseous equation. Those are also very important, but I don't know what is that affection of NEET from mean free path. They're asking mean free path question again and again and again, and just formula, dependence. There's nothing in depth in it. In NEET 2020, due to COVID, it was like NEET 2020, 2 times different places happened. In all those 2 tests, mean free path question came. So mean free path question is also formula accurately, like for one molecule is what, or overall molecules is what. For one molecule, you're not taking that route to there, and then n pi d is like whatever is the formula. Right now I'm not getting in the topic to teach you this, but I'm telling the importance. Mean free path in KTs is a very important. Write this in your priority list and do it. Next, in this fourth one, gaseous equations graph. Gaseous equations graph, and that graph, especially the difference between real and ideal gas. Real and ideal gas graph. NCERT has given this, and this you have to do only that much which is given in NCERT. How real behavior is deviated from ideal behavior. That kind of graph, a few 3-4 graphs are there in NCERT. Only do that much, but do with full accuracy. You don't have to do many things in this. Hardly it will take you 10 minutes or 15 minutes, but it should be revised again and again and again. That is the topic number 4. Now, if you will take next topic, thermodynamics. Thermodynamics you study both in chemistry and physics. Obviously there are some differences, but the rhythm and the basic profile and the nature of topic is same. So that you have to do. It will help you. Now a Carnot engine and the refrigerator, they have been deleted from the NEET, but once they were there, they were one of the most important ones. So obviously when engine and a refrigerator have been deleted, then whatever is left becomes more important, right? So all the slope of graph, like if you are drawing PV graph, right? This is also called indicator diagram, and you're drawing PV graph and you're saying, okay, I'm drawing like this, and this is isobaric because pressure is constant. Sometimes question will change this VP, and that becomes isochoric. So PV, VP interchange. I know it is very easy to kind of question, but while you're doing 180 question at the same time, no, that easy thing also becomes silly mistake, and silly mistakes are very, very dangerous. That hurts. So don't do silly mistake. Do this practice so well before NEET that during NEET you are not doing any silly mistake in this. So thermodynamics, I will ask you to go with graphs, with slope, graphs, slope, and that should be very precise. Suppose sometime I am asking you PV graph conversion into VT graph, that conversion should be there. You can also include conversion of graphs in thermodynamics. These are the topics, those have been asked repeatedly in NEET PYQs. And NEET PYQs means these kind of questions. Why they are asking? Why they are repeatedly asking? Once they have asked, no. Why they are repeating? Because they have tasks to do. They have to create question that can be solved in 1 minute. So these are the topics which can be solved in 1 minute. That's why they have to ask it. They cannot change to something very critical and all. So this much you need to practice, that PYQs are telling you. After that, go in ray optics. Okay, we have done 5, 6, you go in ray optics. And you see ray optics is also repeatedly asked. Ray optics, but I am saying repeatedly asked, but what could be asked, that PYQs will tell you. What could be asked? So you see combination of lens. Combination of lens questions. Okay, that could be asked. Mirror formula with magnification. Don't do mistake in sign. Mirror formula with magnification. You have to devote some time to get the magnification and sign conventions right. You have to do it right. Go with this, spend time, learn the real techniques and practice well. So combination of lenses, this, and third, direct only formula based questions on prism. Why I am saying formula based? Because PYQs are proving this. Whenever prism questions are coming, they are formula based. Prism has two types of questions. One is deviation, one is dispersion. Ye prism. Prism has that only. Deviation, now minimum deviation, maximum deviation, paraxial deviation, all type of deviation with graph, you should know the proper formula. You are weak in the derivation, okay, it's not that a problem for NEET, but formula identification, what quantity denotes what, how to put the values, those you should be very concrete with. And this prism, again prism you can write in bracket, formula based preparation for NEET. Don't go in the very much concept and depth, but always remember prism can be asked either in the by default like large prism, and second could be the paraxial very small prism angle, formula differs in that too. So prepare ray optics for this. And the last, if you will go, the king, who is the king for PYQs? Modern physics. Alone this topic is of 24 to 32 marks alone, and maybe I am telling like 4 or 8 marks less here. Alone is 24 to 32 on the lesser side you can take. Modern physics, and modern physics first go with atoms. Atoms, only two things. One is Bohr's model. Bohr's model, like kinetic energy question, potential energy question. I've seen a student getting confusion. Kinetic energy also it is negative or positive, but it cannot be negative, right? So these can total energy, their proportionality, Bohr's model, and hydrogen spectrum. Okay, like in theory and statement question, why Bohr's model is only for a single electron model, why it is not applicable to the more than one electron models, what is the concept of central forces there, all these things might come, it is written in NCERT, might come in statement questions, but these two topics, your 99% time should go in this. And Thomson model and finding the E/M ratio in electric field, magnetic field, they are the old pattern now, and they require more time also. If NEET is asking suppose 30 question only or 35 question only, those kind of question might be included. And after this 99%, if you can want to include 1%, include the Rutherford experiment, that also for distance of closest approach, right? But these two should be occupy 99% of your atoms chapter. Why I am so sure? Because NEET PYQs reflect that, right? So you prepare this, then you go on nuclei. Prepare nuclei and then semiconductor, and in semiconductor also the king is logic gates. According to PYQ, I am not asking only to prepare logic gates, but logic gates questions you have to prepare on the pattern of PYQs. Only PYQs also you are doing in logic gate, your logic gate is prepared. Got it? Logic gates you can take 10-year question, 12-year questions of NEET PYQs and solve all those questions. If some question you are not getting, learn the concept behind it, again solve the question, and the logic gate is prepared completely. But for other chapter, I will personally recommend semiconductor. Do read the NCERT, that requires a very mature head. Take help of your mentor, but do read NCERT for this and solve all kind of diodes, optical diodes or PN junction diodes. These two can give you very like almost 100% marks in semiconductor. So these are the chapters, and in this include their dual nature also. And in dual nature, again dual nature, you see de Broglie is ruling NEET PYQ. I don't know NEET is what it has to reciprocate to de Broglie, but de Broglie, that matter wave, it is ruling NEET PYQs. So lambda equal to h by mv. And if it is been asked so many times, we have to think, now why NEET is asking repeatedly the same topic? Again, answer is same. This is one of the topic that can be answered in 1 minute. So as many like MV, temperature dependence, potential dependence, as many graphs are there, all you have to do. De Broglie needs to only 1 hour to prepare well, 1.5 hour. That with full dedication, 100% attention if you are giving to de Broglie, you are securing 4 to 8 marks in NEET. Like charge is moving, electric field, magnetic field this way. So these are the discussions, whatever points we have done, or that were on the basis of NEET PYQ, and that much you are preparing well, you will get 60-65% of marks from this chapter. Last I will ask you to include one more, and only that can be prepared from NEET PYQ's basis, that is current electricity. In current electricity also, if you are confused what to prepare, what to leave, what to prepare, what formula are important, just go for 10 years of NEET PYQs. See what they have asked, and whatever they have asked, that is important. That you have to prepare well. You will find mostly the combination of resistance, the Kirchhoff's law, and J equal to sigma E, Ohm's law graph. These had to be prepared. So make a note of it, prepare well, you will get 60-65% marks from there. But last but not the least, only 60% you don't have to get. Prepare for 180 out of 180, prepare well, but this will help you achieving your goal. God bless. Thank you.